Hey, it's your girl KV back with another review for Married to Medicine. Y'all, I feel like it has been so long since I done got in front of this camera and did this stuff. I'm like, let me get it together in the new year. Married to Medicine, Season 11, Episode 5, Blow Up on the Ranch. This episode wasn't a whole lot. We saw them finishing up or starting their photo shoot. Toya said she want everybody to look like reject Beyonce's, and she went around, critiqued everybody's outfit. That's cute. That's not cute. Change your shirt. Perfect. No notes. The only people that she was like perfect, no notes, was Jackie and Simone. Right? So she get the ladies together. She is getting on everybody's nerve with this photo shoot. Jackie said, sometimes you just have like a anal itch that you just can't scratch. That's Toya. Y'all know she can't stand Toya. Like I said a couple of episodes ago, or last episode, anytime she gets to call that girl stupid and unimportant, she will take the opportunity to call her stupid and unimportant. So when Toya called her boring, oh, well, at least I don't lack substance. So yes, now she had anal itch. Remember last time, well not last time, but like years ago, she compared Mariah to herpes. Child, when you have a 3-year-old and you just randomly find stickers on your being, I'll leave it there. It's a reminder of her love. But yes. And then Phaedra was like, yeah, she's just like a dry tampon. I said, Jesus, now that's super uncomfortable. These are very uncomfortable situations, but that is how they feel about Toya. They brought out the Beyonce cosplayer to help them out. I was like, okay, is this somebody from Drag Race or something? I'm really not familiar, but Miss Chalet. And, she comes and gets the job done, pull it up from the puss, pull it up from the puss. I said, I know that's right, because that's kind of how you kind of got to posture with dance. So you gotta pull it up. So when she said that, I felt her. I said, oh, she know what she's talking about. They're going to be posed right, because ain't no telling what Toya had them doing. Speaking of Toya, she was the one low-key struggling to take direction. She out there trying to be director and stuff, but she can't take direction her daggone self. Silly little stuff. So then we just kind of see all of the guys are at home with their children. It was so cute. So we see Dr. Eugene with Ashton and Avery. They are over there making cologne. Toya is so like the things that come out of her mouth, because they're like, oh, do you expect them to lose their virginity before graduating high school? She was like, what, my boys? Because, what you say, because Avery's little penis. I was like, girl, wait a minute. This ain't for America, baby. This ain't for America. Like, I know them kids be home like, oh my God, here she go again. Because last time he was trying to get the boy to tell you about his wet dream. So them kids be good and embarrassed. So who's next? We see Cecil. He is at the condo that they provide for Michael and Miles. Like I said, which one is the younger one? Michael seemed like he got a little more get up and go about himself, versus where Miles is just, and that really might be the place that they were in a relationship. Miles, as he was coming up, he was more so, they were all in the house together, to where Michael, I feel like he was half and half as far as the time where they were splitting them houses, so he probably had to learn how to cook for himself. He probably had to learn to cook for himself and do all of these things, to whereas, man, let me just get it done before waiting on mama or daddy to get on home, right? So yeah, Michael seemed like he said, I don't mind buying the groceries and cooking, but not for this lazy, like for this lazy, I do it for me. But so I was like, And that's real because Miles seemed like he just lays there and literally wakes up to fix a plate and go back to sleep. Like, don't do no cooking, don't do no cleaning. I really want to hear from the boys how they feel about living with each other, because Miles and Michael's kind of seem a little different to live with, right? Who else kids we see? Dr. Damon. Oh, he with they three. He with, I think they got a junior, right? The oldest is the junior, then Zach and Alora. They make him tear up because the son is like, you know, the biggest compliment is your patience. Talk about how you care for them and this and the third, and I want to be just like you. Damon was like, Alora was like, she was so pleased with her family. She was just like, yeah, my daddy. Y'all, Heavenly and Alora are a mess. I didn't finish watching their live, but I tapped into the live that they did the other day, and apparently Alora is moving back to Atlanta, I think. And I figured that she was, because I was like, why they furniture shopping out here in Atlanta, and then you're gonna have to take this stuff back to Florida? You must just be buying a little 1-2, because you can't be buying big stuff and then just go to Florida and buy this stuff. But no, she's gonna be in Atlanta. That's gonna be interesting. She said she got the experience that she needed. She said, I got the on-campus experience. Like, I know she probably wanted to experience FAMU because that's where her mama went. That's her HBCU. But she like, yeah, at this point, I can like do my classes online and, you know, finish this out over here. So she said she gonna be in Atlanta, at least for the time being. I said, that's cute. Heavily finna, I wonder if they're gonna get another beauty supply store popping. I know she said she planned on buying her a house. That's why Heavenly was like, well, hell, maybe I do try to buy my children's love, but that's what we supposed to do. And I'm trying to set them up. Exactly. Heavenly, ain't nothing wrong with you providing generational wealth for your children. So her and the Lord finna be out here terrorizing the people. Y'all, it's one clip where Kevin was like, you know, and if it contested, if she would have got to me, she would have beat my ass. And the Lord in the back like, She was like, how you would have felt if I got my ass beat? She's like, girl, you better fight back. She's always been mad if you out here talking smack. It's an interesting type of relationship. I can tell that me and mine gonna be like that. Heck, me and mine kind of like that now. She 3, and that's about how we be. She's very much wise beyond her years, and will check people and let people know that, you know, maybe not. Okay, so yes, they got Dr. Damon into them tears, y'all, and it was a cute little moment. Nextly, I don't know, child. What happened? They just get to talking to Quad about last year. It is the same conversation. Who cares what was said? Yada, yada, yada. All I remember was Quad being like, I bled out until there was nothing. And Toya being like, you bled out? Because why are you so dramatic? She is so insanely dramatic. You guys gutted me and I bled out. So they do all of this back and forth chitty chat. The main part of this episode, Heavenly and Contessa, they about come to blows. You think my husband is abusive? Yeah, and he a cheater. And what they got to do with you? It's the fact that she didn't even go into trying to deny it, because she knows it's the truth. That man flat out on the camera in front of you let them kids laugh about his phone knowing that he got a girlfriend and calling his girlfriend. So girl, be mad at yourself for staying with that man. Yeah, Heavenly be doing too much, but baby, in the grand scheme of things, she spared you and she told you right. So yes. Now, they cracked me up because Heavenly said in the midst of this fight, when her titties fell out, she said, he was like, girl, your titty out, put the things up. And she was like, forget it, I'm arguing these things out. And she said, this is from Heavenly's Live. Y'all know I'm a Heavenly fan. That's my problematic fave, okay? I know when she needs to be cussed out, she needs to be cussed out. But half the time, she don't be needing to get cussed out like that. She just, when people go low, she goes to the deepest pits of hell. But hey, so Heavenly said, when her titty popped out, Jackie handed her jacket and said, "Here, on my jacket." She said she wasn't paying no attention. She just grabbed the jacket and tried to put it on. And when she tried to put it on, she was like, "Who the jacket really?" And Phaedra was like, "Girl, just tie it up around you." And Phaedra is the one that tied it up around her to kind of make it look a bustier like, to kind of keep the titties leashed in while they doing all this rap type deal. Girl, I hollered. This is why I be loving to watch Heavenly's live. She not always talking crazy about people. She's setting the scene. And some people don't like that, but I'm like, why not? If it happened, if it was said, why can't it be brought up? Just because they decided to leave it on the cutting room floor don't mean nothing to me, okay? If it's a pivotal moment in what was going on that night, especially dealing with me, why wouldn't I tell the people what happened? So we'll get there. We'll get there. But yes, she said my titties like Toya. They just be moving all over town. They just be everywhere. And in the argument, y'all, this is when Contessa just started going in after Heavenly says that her husband's abusive. "Oh, we ain't gonna talk about a possible mixed baby with the possible last name Kimes." I said, "Oh no, not one of them little Puerto Rican babies when they was on that trip and them strippers." Them strippers was trying to get him. Ooh, not a little mixed baby. I'm playing, y'all. I'm playing. But that was the first thing in my mind went. It's always the other type girls. Because remember when they had, whose party was it? I think Toya did that party, that birthday party for Eugene, and had everybody dressed up as nurses and doctors. And there was that little white girl over there in his face. It's always a little white Hispanic girl trying to push up on that man. Oh, child, that be tickling me. Then Contessa claims that Heavenly's kids don't like her and she has to buy their love. Heavenly just like I said, Heavenly, at first, in the moment, of course, she like, nah, but when she said back, she was like, well, hell, maybe I am. But they do love me. My kids love me. And I don't think the Heavenly kids don't like her. So that was just some, some fly off the mouth stuff to say. Something don't bring up my kids, but also, girl, bye. I can't even take you seriously on that one. And that's when, speaking of I can't take you serious on that one, for me, your mama's stupid. My mama, my dad, mother, yeah, your mama's stupid. Square up, ho, square up. Yeah. What was this episode? Y'all? They get all into the bustling and tussling. I think Heavenly ends up knocking Jackie over. Jackie, whoa, falls to the ground. And T, the only one nearby, to be like, Jackie, your feeble old bones, come here. Let me help you. And I'm just like, y'all, what is happening? But also on Heavenly's Live, she let us know there was also another huge argument of that night. And that was between Sweet Tea and Quad. They dang near came to blows, chest to chest, face to face type deal. They were arguing because T was mad about Quad saying that Greg was abusive and my husband ain't abusive, my husband ain't abusive. And she like, girl, you ain't gonna tell me what my experience was with this man. And period. A lot of people feel a lot of things that I just downright think is wrong. First, they feel like Heavenly was wrong for telling that information. Why? Why? Nobody was harmed to where she told somebody's personal information. This was something that happened. This was a pivotal moment in the storyline. I feel like they might give us flashbacks of it later on. You know how they'll end up being like, Quiet said this about me, and then they flash back up to a moment that we never seen to be like, yeah, she did say that type deal. I feel like it might be on some type of footage like that. But yes, y'all. And then another thing is, people dislike Quad so much that I was watching somebody else's video, and I ain't gonna say whose video it was because it's not like I'm bad mouthing them. Everybody can have an opinion, and everybody is allowed to remember things wrong, because this person was like, oh, I don't even believe what Quad be saying when she be talking about Greg abused her and da-da-da. And I'm like, there was a whole reunion where this was a segment where they were sitting back and forth on the stage, and every allegation that she said out loud to him, he did not deny it. His rebuttal was, well, you did this to me, so yeah, I slammed you to the ground. Well, you pulled a knife on me, so yeah, I put my hand over your mouth. It don't get no more plain than that. You know, yeah, in the grand scheme of things, some people might feel like he was retaliating to Quad, but this is the thing. He did those things and more, opposed to just leaving this woman alone at the first sign of you crazy. Remember on the show, they brought up the fact that they had matching mugshots from an argument, a domestic dispute that they got into. And I guess when they got there, Quad was the aggressor. She probably jumped on that man. That's probably when they was not about to get married and still end up getting married, even though clearly they shouldn't have. But yes, that argument happened, and it was just all a big old mess. But that's really it for this episode. Like I said, it wasn't a whole lot to it. Yeah, y'all, until next time, bye.